Welcome back to my little creative corner of the internet. In this video I show you 3 super easy do-it-yourself tutorials for some Christmas room decor. We start with the sewed paper star garland. We will need some craft paper and old book pages, but you could also use Christmas paper or any other decorative paper you have at hand. Then a star cookie cutter that will be used as a pattern for the cutting process. Some scissors, a pencil and a sewing machine. For step 1, I draw inside the cookie cutter to trace the star shape onto the paper. Next, I cut out the star and fold over a book page to get more than one star out of the paper with one cutting process. Then cut as many stars as you want in your garland. I made sure to cut the same amount of stars from the craft paper as well as from the book pages to alternate them in the garland. Now it's time to get out the sewing machine and pull a big part of the twine for the beginning of the garland. Then start sewing through each star from one tip to the other. When you get out of one star, align the next one in the row and continue sewing until all stars are combined to a long string garland. When you're through all your paper stars, remember to pull the string again before cutting it from the machine. The excess string on both sides of the garland will be used to hang it later. The next Christmas decor we will make is a little wooden wreath out of wood decor slices. We will need some small wood slices, wood glue, scissors, yarn and some optional decorations. We place the wood slice into 2 circles, one on the inside and one on the outside. The outside slices are going to be glued onto the inside circle to create a closed circle wreath. Now we go slice by slice and glue everything together. Next, I took the red twine with gold details, cut 3 pieces from the same length and braided them to create a thicker twine. I created 2 parts like this, one for the handle and one to create a decorative bow. The next step is to glue the handle onto the back side of the wreath. To make sure this is extra secure, I also added a piece of fabric soaked in craft glue on top of the twine. Both ends were clipped down to dry overnight, and I moved on to the decorative elements. Therefore, I created a little bow that was glued in the middle of the wreath. Then everything was left to dry overnight. When the glue is completely dried out, I removed the clips and added some decorative elements as the final touch. For the final decorative step, you can do whatever you like or have at home. I think painting little winter motifs or snowflakes onto the wooden slice would look really nice too. Now on to our 3rd Christmas Decor DIY for today. A garland made from dried orange slices. This not only makes you will need some oranges, some wood beads, a knife, scissors and needle and twine. The first step is to slice the orange into discs and lay them out on a baking tray to dry. put the slices into the oven at 100 degrees Celsius for an hour to start the drying process. This made the kitchen smell absolutely amazing. After the first hour, I transferred the slices over onto one of my heaters and let them dry over a span of the week to save some energy, and it made the flat smell amazing. When the orange slices are all fully dried, we can go on to the next step. Cut some twine the length you want your final garland to have. Then add wooden beads to each slice. Start by forming a loop knot at the end of the twine. It will be used to hang up the garland when it's done. Then run the twine through some wooden beads for decorative purposes on the end of the garland. I added a knot to make them stay in place at the end. Now first run the twine through one wood bead, then through the first slice of your oranges, and again through the same wood bead. This makes the orange hang beneath the bead like a little ornament and makes sure the orange stays in place. Now let some space on the twine and then repeat the process as often as you have orange slices you want to add to the garland. I did alternate the dark and light orange slices on my garland. The dark orange slices were just a little bit drier than the orange ones. I think they add a nice cinnamon-like color to the garland. I also added a thick wooden bead after every 5 slices onto the garland, but this is completely optional. When you're at the end of your garland, make sure to add another loop knot to create a second element to hang the garland. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, a thumbs up and a nice comment would make me really happy. If you want to join me on my creative journey, hit the subscribe button down below.